How's it going, friendos? Welcome back to another standard video. Today we are trying out Esper Pixie. Is it back on the map? Samuele Estratti got to the World Championship in a Pro Tour qualification back. He was on a tour for a bit, but he fell off for Richmond, or at least for Vegas, I've heard. Now he's back. Congratulations to him, making second place in Turin, losing to Andrea Fortunati in the finals. And yeah, he did it with his own deck, with the only Esper Pixie player in the entire tournament, more than 1,000 players. And he was the one making it all the way to the finals. So quite impressive. Samuele Estratti, of course, a Pro Tour champion back in the day. So, you know, a player of high caliber, championing this deck probably very well. And also, of course, gaining an edge by people just not knowing maybe, you know, how to play against it, how to sideboard against it, what to expect exactly, how the play patterns work out. So with that edge of experience and skill coming in clutch and securing him the World Championship slot and the Pro Tour qualification. Not many new cards, sort of new cards here with the Zig in the mix as a little payoff for having a lot of small flyers, like flying creatures or just one-drops in general. Curving them into Zig is pretty nice, drawing a card. Then you have this little unblockable beater. And then we have Dream Beavers as a new card, which of course is very, very good with Kaito. We saw it also in some Demir mid-range shells trying the card out. Yeah, the rest of the deck, pretty much standard stuff. Flatbit Stronger, Sunpill, Curran. 2 copies of Ang in here for a little bit more flash action. Boomerang Basics, of course, replacing this town ain't big enough. We have some removals that we can bounce back. Grimbobble and Know It to run, and 1 copy of Momentum Breaker in the main deck. 1 copy of Get Lost as well. And then Kaito, which might be the biggest reason to run the deck. Kaito is just extremely good. Especially in this metagame right now. It depends on what you get paired into, of course. It's not great against it prowess, but it's just a generally strong card and very powerful into certain decks. I think another reason why this deck succeeded was perhaps the high amount of prowess in Turin, where, yeah, I could definitely see that this is a good matchup for prowess. Well, vice versa. This has a good matchup for prowess with a lot of cheap removal. Know It to run is excellent, especially against the hexproof spell as well that some of the prowess lists run. And then we have a lot of flyers to block slick shots, so they have to do some auto shenanigans. So yeah, we're playing low to the ground plan. We have good cheap removal, so it should work out. Could imagine and explain the success of Estratti. His sideboard was funny, certainly a very much open deck list kind of sideboard with a lot of one-offs. We have like 1 Seam Rip and 1 Requiting Hex, another Grimbobble. Splitting Seam Rip and Requiting Hex looks a little weird, but I mean, it does all of a sudden then open up the possibility that your opponent has to think about that you might have to have 1 copy of Requiting Hex at an instant speed option, even though Seam Rip number 2 would maybe be, you know, the strategically speaking overall better choice. Putting a Requiting Hex in there makes your opponent maybe think twice, and yeah, gives your just deck more range what you can have. Cadfal Commando in here as well as a one-off. You have 2 more copies of Get Lost for some flexible removal and answer to enchantments. A couple counter spells here. A Kutzil's Flanker. Yeah, playing one of these is kind of nice, at least the first one, because yeah, you can bounce it repeatedly to continuously exile the graveyard. 2 copies of Tishana's Tidebinder, Lord Skidder Sewer King for some more graveyard hate. There's not much graveyard hate in the sideboard for what it's worth, just Kutzil's Flanker, Lord Skidder, not playing any lanterns. And then 2 copies of Upper Steadfast Guardian, which is an interesting one. It's sort of like a big Sunpearl Kirin, you could say, which flickers an unlimited amount of permanence, of course, makes some 1/1s there too. So like maybe when the games become more mid-range, more interactive, slow down post-board, then this sort of heavy hitter comes in, flickering like a Grimbobble and a Stormchaser's Talent, end of turn, and untapping, casting them again, making 1/1s. Just a lot of value this upper can produce in this deck, airbanning all these nice permanents that you want to flicker. So yeah, even though we don't have Doc Arlock to combo with it and making everything cost 0 that you airband, it still does a lot here, and I really like that inclusion, honestly, and I'm excited to try it out, hopefully in this video. I think with that, we can jump into the gameplay part. A bit awkward, but I guess it's doable in a way. We can just... I mean, his hand's not great. We're a little land heavy, but I think it's alright. But remember, basic Storm Chaser talent is just so powerful, and yeah, it's a little awkward for only one blue. We can go Storm Chasers into basics plus Dream Beavers, which is pretty reasonable nonetheless. I will have to say that a year ago, when Pixie was really popular during the Chicago PT, Gruul Prowess era of Standard, the mana was worse for Pixie back then. So the mana now being a lot better is certainly a big point in its favor. Shocklands were not available back then. Now they are, just making your mana base stronger. It's still not like fantastic because without fetch lands, like without tricolor lands, essentially you will not be getting to a point where you're like extremely happy about it. But it is at a pretty reasonable point now. Okay, I think I'm just gonna bounce this Otter. Buy some time. I don't want to take too much damage. That's fine, I guess. Really, I just want more blue mana, to be honest, but it's fine. Components on a mulligan. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so not the strongest turn 2 there. Maybe I'd have to stock up here to refuel. Would certainly be important for them, to be honest. But yeah, our position seems fine. Slick shot, okay. Interesting. Didn't have that last turn. Now attack with everything. I guess I'll take it. Maybe they have an opt. They have a bounce spell. Okay. So take 5. Sure. Yeah. Really wish one of these lands would be a blue land. I could boomerang basics and hit a blue land. But if I don't, this Pixie... Is that even... What am I trying to accomplish here? Okay, fine. I think I'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, certainly the awkwardness with all these godless shrines. It's just really bottlenecking me here. I'm drawing a bunch of blue cards. Okay, I guess they had the choice between stock up and casting Slick Shot plus Floodmaw, which I guess this makes sense. Now they're gonna get a Burst Lightning, kill my blocker. I take 8, go to 5. Yeah, it's not good. I guess I can jump block. Go to 5. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have to play this out. Yeah, okay. Well, we have 6 lands in our deck that do not produce blue. So, how many of them did we draw? 4 or 5? What is that? We had 4. Yeah. Bit of an unlucky ratio, I guess. I did keep that hand. I kept 3 of them. Maybe it was just a mulligan, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I kept drawing blue cards as well, but yeah, just a bit of too many unfortunate circumstances there leading to a loss. Okay. So this matchup is interesting in a way because we have the Kaito, which is bad, theoretically, but post-board, if they bring in Ral and stuff, it might get better. I'm just gonna kick it out, though. I don't love the Dream Beavers as well. Don't love Momentum Breaker. I think I'm gonna bring in this Upper, the Seam Rip, the Bobble, the Hex. Tide Binder. Skitter, maybe? The Arne is probably good enough because it kills the tokens very effectively. Let's try this, maybe. Not sure about the Sig. It seems kind of bad into Burst Lightning. I don't know about the Kite. Maybe I should have some. I'll try this. I'm not sure. Oh, I need to add one more card. Right. Playing 61 cards. Remember that. The 61 card special. Maybe the Momentum Breaker. It's fine. Just another removal. It's definitely the worst, but you know, it kills a creature. That's not gonna cut it. That is better. I'm just gonna ditch the Upper. Certainly a little bit of a concerning factor that shocking too many times without much life gain to offset the damage you take from all the shocking is a little annoying. I mean, starting on 14 life every game. Not great, necessarily. Okay, we get the opening for the 6, so that's amazing. I mean, when this card works, it's very powerful, of course. Like a 2/2 unblockable creature with more text that draws a card. Like 2/2 unblockable draws a card is already, for 2 mana, is already incredible. It's legendary, but still, it's incredible. And then you have this extra text to continuously make it better. Super strong. Super, super strong. Super. But I feel a Burst Lightning coming. Or is it gonna be Toast the Tower? Whatever it may be, Zig might not be long for this word. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I pay white mana. Yeah, sure. I'll pay the white mana. Wait. Oh, that's protection from all colors. Yeah, okay. I thought I was choosing a color, but I do not. So this it's just protected now, which is convenient. And yeah, as I said, 14 life is our starting life total for this game. Not that it matters in every matchup, but you know, there's a good amount of creature decks in the format right now. So having 6 life less cuts the clock short. That is certainly sure. Maybe by a whole turn. The deck offsets it a little bit by having a lot of interaction, right? So, you know, cheap interaction, cheap plays, so you don't fall behind in tempo and, you know, get dealt a bunch of damage. It's convenient. Okay. Yes, I will stop that. There's a trigger, huh? Maybe flood more up. Guess I'll decline. If I cast this, that's not gonna work out well for me. I don't want to use this quite yet, so... I could just boomerang basics, bounce my talent, attack for 5, see what happens. Probably gonna kill this auto anyways, but yeah. But I'm building a better board. Then I can like flood pit something of theirs. Yeah, seems reasonable. I also draw land, which might be reasonable here because I'm kind of loaded on spells. Okay, convenient. Convenient. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna attack. I could Rook Riding Hex, I suppose. I could also Flood Pit Strana. But... maybe I just Hex it up. Okay. And probably just... the Otter is gonna die, I think. To a bounce spell. Although bounce spells are not that good, right? Against my deck. Ah, okay. Okay. Fair enough. I can live with that. Take 6. That's a good chunk of your life total. Yeah. I just want to get the damage. I mean, putting them to 6 on this turn is huge. Like, very hard to come back from that. Just cracking the map so quickly again. Just keeping a slick shot on top as well. I really understand what their game plan was with keeping a slick shot if their hand is so bad that they have to crack a map. I'm at 14. If you have an avenue to kill me quickly, you keep the slick shot. If you don't, you don't. Right? And they kept the slick shot and now they're playing it. They're not playing it, so it must have been incorrect to keep the slick shot. At least that's how it looks from my perspective. Okay. Lord Skitter. How good's Lord Skitter, realistically speaking? Probably just not quite good enough. Could have the flanker. I don't know. I mean, you kind of want to have the option to get them when they go for the graveyard thingy, but for the Stormchaser talent activation. But it's like, I don't know. Get Lost was kind of good there. Bouncing in response to the boomerang, so maybe I just play another one of those. Could also play No More Lies to counter a stock up. It's also not bad. Maybe instead of the Momentum Breaker, one No More Lies. I don't love that I don't have a 1-drop, but I guess I do in the way of Boomerang Basics. Like if they go Stormchaser's Talent, I can bounce their creature. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that. Oh, I'm glad I brought this Normalize in. Yeah. I needed them to not have a second one. My hand is not very well situated for a game like this. A creatureless game. Yeah, this is sort of the game where Kaito would be good, but it's hard to anticipate, you know, what is exactly gonna happen. It's also tough for me to come back from this position. I guess upper, maybe. But I don't know, if my opponent plays it smart, they just return the stock up here. They just go for this stock up, return this another stock up, you know, just go for that plan. They didn't want to do that though, which makes me somewhat happy, I guess. But still, they have inevitability with these 2 talents getting the stock up back. Okay. I guess I could have used nowhere to run to make that impossible. Should have also maybe just played the island there because it's so likely I'm gonna be able to do these 2. I feel like the Kirin's just gonna die to a shock anyways though. I guess I'll take 1 damage, whatever. I guess if they don't do anything significant, I'm just gonna Grimbauble. Yeah. This is fine. They feel like what they should have done this game is they should have activated the talent. They're like not playing the way they should be playing. They're not using the game plan. Because they kind of have to anticipate that I have a lot of removal in my hand. Because otherwise, like, what is my hand, you know? What do I have going on here? And the best way to play around that is not by playing more things, but by just returning stock up. Maybe even leveling up to level 3 on the Storm Chaser talent, you know? That's the best plan there, and that's the flexibility of Storm Chaser talent. But they're too focused in on like trying to deal me damage or something, on this aggressive game plan. But they don't have to do that. I could have taken 3 damage maybe. That's okay. And they're finally doing it. Oh, they're just returning sleight of hand. I appreciate it, honestly. Flooding out here, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have much of a late game. I mean, my late game is kind of like Boomerang Basics plus Talent. So if I draw... or upper, I guess. If I draw Boomerang Basics Talent, I'm happy, I guess. Like, if I draw the talent, I can start using all this mana that I've been drawing. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough part of playing this matchup, I guess, from the Pixie side. You don't really know what's going on. You don't really know what your opponent's gonna be up to. Them siding in Ral is really, really smart. Lines up very well against my draw as well, unfortunately. Fortunately for them. Maybe I have to hope that they don't have Burst Lightning. I kind of want to get them with them casting the Burst Lightning on the Pixie. But I don't think I'm realistically winning this game, even if they have that. They have a loaded hand. Like, I think I just can't beat. I can't beat a Burst Lightning. I might not even beat their hand if they have Burst Lightning or not. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they have. They do have it. Could have played around that better, for sure, by keeping the Kirin in hand. Alright, I mean, yeah, this game's over. It's a bit of a weakness here. I mean, I don't know. I wonder now, is Samuela keeping in the Kaito in this matchup? Maybe? Maybe he is. Because the games go like this. It's like, I think the smart prowess players should probably go for game plan with Rals and whatever they're doing. I disagree with a lot of lines my opponent's taking, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. They're winning by a mile. So if the smart is it prowess players are going for this more controlling game plan, then you should keep in the Kaitos. Like if you can anticipate and predict that they will be doing that, you should probably have the Kaitos. You should have less removal, a little bit less of some other random stuff. Yeah, you just need the late game. Like otherwise, you're just so soft. Okay, well, that was an interesting match. Okay, interesting hand. I guess I'm hoping that I run into a creature deck. Momo? I am glad to see that. Although I could see this matchup being a little problematic. I think they faced off in the semifinals. And, oh, it's the dragon stack, okay. Do I have basics? One island. Okay. Yeah, no, the Momo deck faced off against Esper, Pixie and lost. But I think there was a lot of mulliganing involved on the Momo side. Yeah, it's my only basics, so... Out of basics now, any future Hellkites are just straight up land destruction. It's not very fun. Okay. Oh shit. My bad. Can I oh no, never mind. My brain, I thought this was a removal spell. I thought I could like remove this in response, but it is not. Oh, I'm messing up. What is going on? Oh, okay. Sorry, I just clicked through while I was talking nonsense. Okay. Yeah, I should have 4 life more on my life total bank, but I do not, and we make the best out of it. It's a pretty huge difference, unfortunately, but what can you do? Opponent lets me Kaito. Interesting. Pretty bottlenecked on mana. I'm just gonna try to find a land. Okay.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Yeah, 12 and 16 life. Quite the difference. It is definitely playing on hard mode. Okay. Probably just drew that. No. Got a 1 there. Jump out, tap this, draw lands. Got a 1. have to draw a land, I think. This doesn't bound the lands, this doesn't bound the lands. Okay. I mean, I don't technically have to draw a land, but it would be very nice if I would. So I attack, tap this. Okay.
Take a break, will ya?
Guess I could let the Kaito die. Can I airbend the Kaito? No. I don't know why they're thinking so long. They can kill. They can cast the Sarkin and still crack the Maelstrom. They're 12. Nova Hellkite. Nova Hellkite is gonna come in. And nowhere to run the Sarkin. I final Flood Pit Strata, the Hellkite or the... Yeah, either Hellkite. So my Kaito is 100% gonna die. So I just draw cards with it, I guess. Yeah. Not that... This deck's not that good at killing big creatures. I just like one Get Lost, one Momentum Breaker. You can stun them, I suppose. Hmm.
Now I know your weakness.
Yeah. Nowhere to run there. Flood Pit's there. Kaito dies. I untap. I go Flood Pit's Kirin. Yeah. Probably fine to keep the land. They could get another Hellkite. Clarion Conqueror of all things to shut off the Kaito? Like, Kaito can still attack. And and I have a nowhere to run in my hand. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they should have gotten over Hellkite there. So we could Kirin, kill the Clarion Conqueror, attack for 5. See what they do. Yeah, I think I like that the most, honestly. I have the option to stun or to draw. The Hellkite is priced into attacking my Kaito anyways. Stunning for 2 turns, drawing a card. I mean, do I need to draw a card here? I mean, I kind of have everything I want. I think I'm just gonna stun.
Control the fight. Control the outcome.
Boah. That was a good one. Never it attacks. Okay. Guess I'll stun it. And then bounce my Kirin. And then stun the other Hellkite.
Watch closely. Out of the shadows and into the fray.
Pass to you. Should be at 8. Remember my mistake. If they have a Hellkite here, I just die. Alright, I mean, to be fair, this Hellkite is pretty devastating. Either if I'm at 8 or not, I lose the game pretty much. Because like if I'm at 8 here, they're gonna play the Hellkite and kill off the Kaito. And then they have 3 dragons that untap on my next turn. And I just don't have defense, right? So I don't think my misplay, whatever, cost me. I just got unlucky that they top decked Dragonhawk into Nova Hellkite to turn the game around. Okay. I guess the Dragonhawk wasn't even that good, but yeah, the Hellkite certainly was. This matchup seems kind of rough, to be honest. Like, the Hellkite is incredible against my deck, and my removal doesn't line up well. I'm saying my deck. It's not really my deck. In any case, I guess we want Disdainful Stroke and Get Lost and Normalize. Counter those dragons. We could have Tishana's Tidebinder. I don't like it though. Maybe the upper is okay. Grimbubble seems sus. It was kind of good day against the Momo, to be fair. But yeah, it just hits Momo and Saka and grows very quickly, so I don't think I want it. I don't love Aang too much either. sick. Dreamweavers. Nowhere to run. I think I should keep all 4, but this card is also not great, of course, against all these big flyers. Shave a little bit. I guess I just keep the Zig. A little card advantage doesn't hurt to have. Yeah, this seems okay. Upper, yeah, I don't know. I'm leaving in the Kaito here. I feel like I need it. Yeah, the Nowhere to Run also kills the Clarion Conqueror, so it actually has a lot of hits. That game got pretty close. I mean, down to a top deck in the end. I'm supposed to keep this hand. Turn free Kaito. I feel like with Demir midrange, you'd be happy to have a turn free Kaito, right? Might not be true for this deck. I'm also on the play. Momo. Might not have a turn free Kaito here. I hope they just go Sarkhan, to be honest. But it's also not great, to be honest. It's just like, my Kaito just has no ability to take reign of this game when they have 2 creatures out. So I'm kind of, I'm just hoping to play Tapla and say go, don't have Burst Lightning. That's what I'm really hoping for. Maybe my hand was a little too loose. But they also have the kind of the best possible draw, so it's tough. It's tough. I'm just supposed to trade with that. I don't think I am. It's just Nova Hellcat is a blowout here too. It's like, this does not feel like a good matchup. Magmatic Hellcat is very good. I needed to sneak that first match, that first game, which I was almost able to do. The top deck Nova Hellkite. Too much. That was too much. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Yeah, the matchup was heinous. Like, this card is just completely unbeatable for me. I need counter spells to deal with Nova. I didn't need to kill the Sarkhan necessarily there. Could have waited. And I have maybe a shot at winning this game. Maybe we're at like 20%. It looks pretty grim, but maybe if they play the Dragonhawk here, that'd be actually kind of good for me, I think. So I can just tap it, get Kaito'd, and if I find an untapped land... That one? That one is... Yeah, okay, I'm down to 0%, I think, at this point. Holy cow, that card's unbeatable right now. Damn. Wow. I mean... No, I'm out. Checkmate. I'll give in. All right, let's hope we can take one down with this deck. His hands seem kind of okay. I feel like standard a year ago, you'd be like, yeah, I'm keeping this, right? But standard today has gotten even more powerful. I mean, I wonder how, like, I mean, Curry Steel Cutter would probably be too messed up. But that deck would be more contained in this format because the format is so broken. And, you know, might not even need a ban, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's good that it's gone. You know, Curry Steel Cutter is not very fun to play against. It creates pretty bad gameplay. So I'm happy it's gone. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Pixie back then, like this Pixie deck is better than the Pixie deck back then, right? But I mean, when Curry Steel Cutter came out, the archetype also got killed. Like Pixie had no chance against Izzet. There's Spell Snare. I'm doing it in the upkeep because I don't want them to tidebind it. I have Spell Stutter. Pretty important for them to counter that one. I don't like the passing of the turn. But my hand doesn't really have any moves. I'm just... This deck does not want me to win, I think, today. Combination of cards I've been drawing. Very awkward. Okay, wow. Well, that was really lucky for me. Okay, now we have a chance. I did not have the untapped land. No, we have a pretty decent chance at this game. No, thank you.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Hmm. 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 Kind of want my opponent to block with Curiosity. They let it happen? Wow. Haven't had a Tidebinder? Okay. Sure. Interesting game. Okay. Position is slipping away a little bit here for me. How did Samuel win with this deck? Yes, drawing my 8th land, I suppose. 10 lands in the top 17 cards here. I feel like I'm getting a little bit unlucky. It's a rough situation. Kinda hoping I did this and didn't block Curiosity. A bit of a choice to make with this Kaito. I think I'm just gonna plus it. Maybe upkeep Surveil. The Grim Bauble, hopefully find something good. They're gonna Curiosity attack me, draw a card. I mean, maybe I need to keep the Bauble in play. Because they drew something, they drew a Bitter Bloom. I feel like I need the Bauble in play and just draw Pixies. Now I feel like I almost can't stun this no more. Oh man, I mean, I'm just getting so unlucky too. What I'm supposed to do, you know, what am I supposed to do? You need some luck in this game.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
I mean, that they found untapped land and the Bitter Bloom to like really punish me for my line of play. Any combination of cards would have been fine, but not another strong threat in the same turn. Brutal. Now they're gonna draw 2 more cards. Freaking brutal. I guess they're dead if I draw a removal spell. They don't have anything. It's kind of funny. By cracking the bauble, I make it so that I have less removal outs in a way, because Pixie and Kirin are not removals anymore if the bauble is gone. Oh, that's actually not true. The Kirin can still bounce the Flood Pits. Have they drawn Spell Stutter here? That's pretty good. I guess I need to keep Get Lost on top to play around that, huh? Oh man, yeah, that one's on me, I guess. God damn it. Could put him to 2, I'm at 11. You get a 1. Yeah, I should be fine, I guess. Yeah, that should definitely be fine. The Bitter Bloom Bearer should kill them.
You're not going anywhere.
But yeah, I obviously should have had lethal if I just put the Get Lost on top. Although, I mean, it's not that simple, because if they had other cards, it's not that simple to just say that was a misplay, because if they had other cards like a Floodpits Drone or something like that, it might have been better to have the talent plus the Boomerang basics and whatnot, so I have more action and can do more things. And can play around other top decks better. So now they have 7 power. They go to 1. Bitterboom Bearer, if they have to kill their own Bitterboom Bearer somehow. I mean, they could just draw a removal spell. Okay, they didn't. Wow. I almost can't believe I'm winning a game. Well, here we are. I did win. Okay. Don't think I like Momentum Breaker against the Bitterbloom Bearer deck. I do like Hex and Grimbauer. Tideburn is pretty okay. Upper might be okay too, just going a little bigger. Maybe not Aang, although Aang kinda rules the skies in a way. Maybe Sig out. Maybe Tidebinder is not good enough. I just find it really hard, honestly, to sideboard with this deck. There's so many options. Can I have to take out these again? Maybe take out one Kaito. There's also, you know, justification to run Get Lost. Can I like the normalize too in a way? I mean, maybe upper is just too clunky. I'll try this. No, I don't think so. Can't do this one. Put mulligan as well. But yeah, my feeling that this deck isn't that great has kind of been affirmed. Yes, I've gotten a little unlucky, of course, as well. Do I want to keep this? So do I want to keep this? No, I'll play it safe with 2 black sources. Yeah. I feel like Pixie, the deck just hasn't changed that dramatically in the last year. And the rest of the format has changed though. And it's just gotten way stronger. Interesting. Yeah, just the lineup. I don't think it lines up that well into some of the top decks either. It's like fancy demon mid-range, but fancy demon mid-range also just doesn't look that good in this format. I'll play it slow. I feel like they have spell stutter maybe. I'm not gonna rush things. Kate, what the frig? Bring in a bunch of duress and negate and now concede the game. Yeah, I don't know about that sideboarding. I mean, duress I can see, negate. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's fine, I guess. Well, yeah, it's just a little too much of this sort of same interaction when you're on the play already. Maybe on the draw, duress becomes a little bit better. Well, in any case, I think that's it for this video. Yeah, I just think this deck is kind of fancy demon mid-range. It's not a terrible deck. It has, but probably like against the Izzet decks, it's close. Maybe it's actually fine against Prowess, but Prowess is so good at adapting with certain sideboard plans or just playing in a different game plan, right? If Prowess just starts being the control deck with stock ups and you don't have the Kaidos at the ready, you're in trouble. And the landfall, you know, puts on a lot of clock, has a lot of different threats, sapling nursery, whatnot. The band rhythm deck, I think, is just way too explosive. You need sweepers against that deck. I mean, if you have the perfect draw with Grimbobble and like Pixie into Grimbobble, and you can make them stumble enough. But I mean, we saw it in the finals of Turin, which is a 2-0 for the Cup deck. Gyalg looked very good there too. So I think it has similar issues that the near mid-range has. The format has just gotten way stronger, and the engines are super powerful, and like these fairish decks that try to 2-for-1 and whatnot just don't look that good to me in this format. It's just format has gotten more powerful. Okay, well, I did this video to, I guess, figure that out. Feel the deck a little bit out, get you guys also a picture of it, and I would say it's a deck where you don't want to invest in it, you don't want to buy it, you don't want to play it. I think it was more like Samuela being a very good player and you know, just having a good run. All right, well, thanks for watching. As always, I see you in the next one. Take care.